Folks, welcome back to Nostalgianomics. So every single day almost, we talk about investing in the Pokemon hobby. And whether it be long-term investing in a sealed product or short-term plays into slabs and singles, it all has to do with long-term appreciation. But a lot of people always want to hear about more income producing strategies, things that you can actually make income with now and get returns now, whether they be passive or active. And so I have two different methods today, both of which I am putting into action or have already put into action. And I'm going to share them with you. Either one may not be for you. They may both be for you. But anyone that is looking to actively make income and you have capital to do so and you're willing to take a little bit of risk, I truly believe both of these models can do very well. One of which is going to be straight out of left field. You ready for this one? Vending machines. Pokemon vending machines, and no, not Pokemon Company vending machines. These are all just models. You can actually have anything you want put on them. I actually am in the process of scouting out areas around my town where I can place these. And I've actually already talked to the owner. And he is giving me a promo code for anyone else that wants to do this. So basically all you do is, fill out the application at the bottom if you are wanting to order one for yourself and use code Nostalgia and you get $500 off the machine. The machines, I believe, are $49.99. So basically how this works is it's the vending machine model with cardboard, guys. If you find high traffic areas where people are already splurging and spending higher dollars than they normally would, paying $3 for a water, paying, $3 for a candy bar, they're more likely to pay a little extra for Pokemon cards. And you can stock these with anything you want, whether they be packs, repacks of, lots, bundles, ETBs. It doesn't matter. It's your machine. You can put whatever you want in there. And so there's some, active type of work involved. Obviously, it takes setup in the beginning. You do have to restock them periodically. But other than that, they basically sit there and make you money repeatedly again and again and again. And most people have the machines completely paid off in the first 3 to 6 months. Then after that, you own the machine, and everything after that is just strictly passive income. On average, people that he has set up or that he's done said are making $800 to $1,500 a week, depending on where they're set up at. And so, do the math, may take anywhere from 3 to 6 months. And so, again, this is something I am actively just now getting involved in. That's why I wanted to share it with you guys. Again, this is not for everybody, right? But I know a lot of people have, a few $1,000s to put into something like this. If you have a few $1,000s to put into Pokemon cards, so it all just makes sense. And so if it is for you guys, there is an order form at the bottom. And I will keep you guys, I'll leave the links to all this, by the way, code Nostalgia, all that to get $500 off if you do it. But I'm also going to keep you guys updated on my journey through this as I get all my vending machines placed. It's going to make, different content out there. I'll keep you guys, I'll do like vlogs and stuff where I go out and place them and stock them and keep you guys updated on the sales and stuff. I think it's going to be fun. But that's one of the strategies. Also, grading cards, guys. Grading cards is the strategy as old as the hobby. It's never going away, and I have been successful with it for years. Many, many people in the hobby are still successful with it year in and year out, and I'm going to explain it to you. So, first thing you want to do, you want to identify cards that are of popular Pokemon, that are in demand, and that have good enough margins, and they make sense for the gem rate. In my personal opinion, if things have very difficult gem rates, 20-30%, it's going to be much harder to find those online. You're usually going to look for those kind of cards in local card shops or card shows or in person, or if eBay pictures are just really good. And cards with higher gem rates, 60, 70, 80%, you're actually going to have pretty good luck buying them online in mass because you'll still find a lot of gradable copies. And the ones you do find that are gradable in PSA 10s are going to far outweigh any of the ones you have to flip back on the market and pay fees and shipping and all that too, or the 9s you may get. And so, none of these come without risk, but I do want to go through exactly how to look for gradable cards. So, this one, by the way, all these cards are random ones I picked out really quickly. Don't think I'm pushing any of these cards. I'm not telling you all these are great plays. They're just plays that I picked out to give you guys, what to look for. But here's one right here. It's a Dark Sylveon V. It's from the Celebrations. It's got the stamp on it. It's an evolution, all those good things. It's a card people want, right? You can go look at the sales, right? It has good sales volume, all those good things. You go look at the price point, right? It's selling anywhere between $12 to $15. You look at what's going for in a PSA 10. It's selling into around the low to mid 200s. Okay, so it's got good margin. And then the PSA pop report is 1288 out of 2732. So just under a 50% gem rate, meaning it's not extremely difficult. The margins are good. It's not a crazy price point, and it's an evolution. So something like this could be a good play to make. The Lance's Charizard I had up, right? Lance's Charizard, it's freaking Charizard, Celebration, same thing, promo. It's only about I would say $10.50 to maybe $12, $13 card. Same thing. It's got its recent sales, in the, I would say mid to high 200s. And the Lance's Charizard is a 3,300 pop out of 7,200. So again, just under 50%, not too hard to grade, and the margins are good. So like those are plays you could take. There's a Venusaur out here. The Venusaur VMAX, this is a promo back in Sword and Shield. And I'll show this one. This one's pop report is very, very easy. So this is one you could actually buy online. These are only a $22, $23, all the way up to maybe $25 card. In a PSA 10, it's still in the 200s. And look at this. 1,140 10s out of 1,600 graded. What is that, like a 70% 10 rate? This is a card you could very comfortably find a lot online still gradable that are out there. And then its counterpart is the Blastoise. The Blastoise is a little less. It's a little more per card, $38 to $40. And then, it's a little over $200. So not as crazy of a margin, but same type of thing. 1,500 10s out of 2,300. Well over a 50% 10 rate, easy to grade. And then we get into more of the harder ones. If you really want to roll the dice and make bigger margins, guys, this Umbreon EX from Prismatic. Look at this thing. You can find it for $1,200, okay? It sells for over $4,000 in a 10. Over $4,000 in a PSA 10. The pop report, almost 3,000 out of 8,700. And so, what is that? A little better than a third. Well, maybe 35%. Not terrible. Not absolutely terrible, right? But definitely harder. So if you're ever out there in person, you find it looks gradable, the margins are insane. Same thing goes for the Bubble Mew. The Bubble Mew. It's up there in the 600s in a raw copy, but the 10 is selling near $2,000. You're over tripling your money. And the pop report on that is 13,000 10s out of 34,000. So again, better than a third. So again, definitely more risk, but bigger rewards. Then you get up to the really crazy ones, right? Like the Magikarp from Paldea. This thing in a near mint condition, it's only going to cost you like $350 to $375, but yeah, it's like a $2,750 card, $2,500 card, somewhere in the mid to high 2,000s is what this card is worth. So the multiples are absolutely insane, but again, it's got like a 20% 10 rate, so it's incredibly hard. The Tyranitar from Paldea Evolved is the same way. If we look at that in a PSA 10, it's something like a $70 card, or in a raw, it's something like a $70 card, but it's got over a 10x multiple. What is that? Like 10, 11, 12, 13, like 13, 14, 15x multiple. It's ridiculous in a PSA 10. But again, 1,400 graded in 10s out of 7,400 graded. Extremely hard 10 rate. And so it depends on how much risk you want to take, if you can buy in person, if you want to buy online. But the other thing you have to think about is the grading times. So the more time your cards are in grading, the more risk you have of the market fluctuating. And so with the lower value cards, remember, you're probably going to be using the bulk tier, right? Whether it be with PSA or if you guys want to use GameStop. GameStop has their tiers as well. But you're going to be waiting longer for your cards, multiple months, right? Whereas when you grade the higher value cards like the Umbreon, the Mew, the Magikarp, and so on, you can actually afford to pay some of these higher dollar services because, well, one, they're going to upcharge you anyway, but because you're going to get them back so much faster, 15 days, 10 days, 5 days. And I get it. That is an extreme amount of money to pay for grading. But again, because of the margins, it eats up those fees and you're going to get your cards back so fast, it's not going to give the market time to fluctuate, meaning you're so much less of risk of actually losing money just due to time decay if the market turns and the cards come down. But that's basically the two things I'm doing outside of the things you guys see me doing with the content, with, the streams, all that, is I grade large amounts of cards still. And yes, I am actively getting into the vending machine side of the hobby. And I am scouting out locations as we speak. I haven't put in my first order yet because I'm still dealing with the owners and managers of the locations where I want to place them, whether, what kind of percentages they're going to need or what kind of they're going to charge me to be there. But and I'll keep you guys posted on that. But yeah, if you guys want to get involved in that too, like I said, I'll leave the links and the promo code nostalgia for the vending machines if you guys want to reach out and get involved in that too. And then also for the card grading, guys, again, these were just random, things I picked out, random cards I picked out. But just do that for yourself. Go through the sets, go through the promos, scroll down, look at what cards are in your price point, how much risk you want to take. Do you want easy cards to grade with less margin, hard cards to grade with more margin? Keep them in the back of your mind for when you go to shows or go to card shops, so you can look for those actively. And I'm telling you, man, over time, as you get good at it, the PSA 10s, you will continuously outperform, even if you get 9s, even if you have to flip singles back in the market and eat fees and shipping, the 10s make you enough to eat all that and still make you profit, and the profit continues to compound if you want to keep growing that income source or put that money into investments while you're waiting on more of your passive investments to appreciate over time if you're looking to get more active and make more income in the hobby, because I know not everyone just wants to passively invest. So hopefully this video gave, a couple different options out there, and gives something else to do if you guys are looking to make more income, be more active. So hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're not. Be back in a new one soon. I'm out.